Renegade versus Faithsworn, welcome to Before You Buy. So by the time that I've recovered from yesterday's reveal, 3.14 will probably already be out. That's just how insane it was. Crazy news drop. As with every new Path of Exile League reveal, we have 2 new supporter packs that accompany it. Let's get into it. Deadly Renegade is the brutish, dark, and gritty set this time. Heavy bronze plating and an overabundance of weapons make this set look mean. Subtle detailing includes skulls on the crest and the boots, and trailing eye effects that we've previously only seen on Cyrus so we could track him through teleports. A mix of materials and small physical details make this one of the most realistic sets we have ever gotten. Juxtaposed, we have Faithsworn. For every bit of gritty detail on its sister set, Faithsworn matches with regal splendor, looking more like an ornamental showpiece than an actual functional armor set. The set is clean and striking, with a simple color palette that lets the teal trim really shine through. So yeah, as you can see, these supporter packs are well executed concepts for 2 very different styles. Now as far as additional pieces go, Faithsworn comes with a character effect, kind of light, crisp, matches both itself and several other armors in the game such as Mystic, Glimmerwood, Harvest, and Water Elemental. And it also comes with a portal, which, by the way, has collision physics, so that's cool. Now, Renegade on the other hand has a back attachment. Similar to either Pit Fighter or Zenith, it's layered, has a buckler, mounted swords, and a cape underneath it, has a nice sense of depth. Unlike its predecessors though, this one all has physical properties, giving it a sense of movement and life. This matches most of the other red armors in the game, give or take. All in all, I feel like it's a great back attachment. The other thing that this set includes is a pet, an adorable little flying imp with his sack of currency orbs. Bonus points if you're on the China server and he actually picks up loot. I love full immersion. Now, something you'll notice right off the bat is that there's no weapon effect in either one of these packs, and I know that is a downside for some people. I think it's less of a problem for Renegade since the newly revealed challenge rewards match the coloring and the theme of the set quite well, but for Faithsworn you might have a bit more trouble finding a weapon effect for it, and even if you find one you're going to have to buy it, so you're going to have to spend some of your points that come with the set on a weapon effect if that's something that you do want. In the vein of downsides, however, Renegade also looks like some of the armor sets in the past, so if you're a buyer, that if something isn't new or novel, or if it's been done before, or if you already have it, you won't even consider it, that can be a downside. Both have relatively decent combo potential though, slightly more in the case of Renegade. Let's get into it. Now the first thing I want to do for combos is I just want to cut through some back attachments that look good with Renegade. Stuff like Apocalypse, pretty solid. Stuff like Crusader or Corsair. All of that kind of like dark maroon red color palette. We've gotten a lot of that in the past couple of years, and it's all going to look good there. So if you get the set, you're going to have a lot of options, lots of stuff that has come in previous mystery boxes, probably something you have lying around, and also plenty of stuff that's in the store that goes on sale all the time so that you can pick it up with, like, you know, a few extra points that come in the pack. The Demonic Wings, super good here. Demonic Cloak also, if you want something a bit more simple. These are the Magma Wings. These were the free Twitch drop that everyone got with the League Unveil. They don't really match in my opinion, but I figured it'd be good to show them just so you had a good idea if they did or not, if that was like playing on your decision. And of course, a personal favorite of mine, the Raven Demon Wings. I love how these things look, I love how they move, I love that I get a combo for them every single league. This style of armor set is so very common that something like this always finds usability. And then probably one of the most amazing ones that we can get is the Vanguard back attachment. Now this is actually Legacy, this one's not available anymore. It was part of the first core series of sets a couple years ago. Absolutely incredible back attachment though. It continues to age just fine. And here it looks really cool. Now, say you wanted to lean into this look a little bit more. Something like the Oriath shield, not Oriath. Oriath is the combined one. But the Bloodguard shield matches perfectly with the sigil, matches the red. All around, great combo pieces. Faithsworn's combos are a bit more limited. They're still available though. The first piece I want to replace on it, however, is the helm. I'm not a big fan of it ever since somebody called it the unicorn in chat. I can't unsee it, and the fact that it has a little guy T-posing at the top, I'm not about the helm. I don't like the helm. So, in its absence, I recommend the white helm. I think the white helm works perfectly here. And in the vein of things that work perfectly from the white set, both the wings and the cloak look amazing. Especially the wings. I really like the wings here. And since the body armor itself is so high contrast, it has both the white and the black in it. If you have them, the combined wings are also not bad. Another quiet back attachment that looks really good is the Angelic. I was just about to say white again. Already went over that. The Angelic cloak, a little less bright than the white cape is itself, but still matches the trim of the armor quite nicely. Another piece that I thought was really interesting was the Delirium cloak, the challenge reward from Delirium League. It matches the dark part of the armor, but this cloak has little chromatic things that come off the top that change color. They match the character effect half of the time. I feel like this is not the first thing you'd expect to use with the set, but still something really interesting that just happens to come up. And here's another piece that I haven't used in a really long time. This is the Mana Worm, one of the most unusual back attachments that was released many years ago. I think at least 3, if not more. I seldom use this thing, but every once in a while I find something that it works on, and here the bone kind of matches, the colors in the eyes match quite well. I actually think it doesn't look too bad here. Now, something I was hoping that was going to match but doesn't quite hit the right tone is the Sanctum stuff. Sanctum is a lot more blue and a lot more white than the set turns out to be, which is really unfortunate since I feel like this league's sets and Metamorphs League sets, that was Damnation and Saint, they have a lot in common just from theming and color palette and just general time of the year, I guess. I don't know. I feel like they're sisters. But yeah, I was hoping this would match better than it does. Something that was a big surprise to me, however, is the Spectre stuff. I did not expect this to match as good as it does, and in fact, if you get the set, I really do recommend picking up the Ghost Flame Flaming Head attachment. Ghost Flame Flaming Head Helmet attachment, that's a name for you. But yeah, I think it adds nicely to the set without being too overbearing. Great look, if I do say so myself. Now, if you did want to pick up some additional character effects to go along with this set, a couple that I really recommend are Corsair, if you want to lean into the green just a little bit, and Mystic. I feel like Mystic and the set's own character effect have a lot in common, but they're just a little bit different. Mystic is a lot more focused on the little orb guys, and character effect that comes with it is a lot more focused on like the aura that centers around the feet. Pure Light also has an interesting effect. It's not my personal favorite. I think it obscures too much, but if you do like the character effect, then it does look alright here. Dragon Hunter, if you want to lean into the red or the flame look. Angelic, if you wanted to lean in more into like the gold look, the bronze, just a little bit. And also Demonic, while being a little bit saturated, is the most reserved of the really dark red character effects, and I think it looks just fine here. So yeah, that about wraps up my my thoughts for this video. As for which one to get if you would only get one, I'd say it'd be a tough decision. I think both of these sets appeal to different audiences. I'd say for like a new player, somebody who had just gotten into the game, Renegade is slightly more attractive since the challenge rewards that were introduced match it so well. I think that's really tempting. They could get that set, try really hard, get the challenge rewards, and then they have a theme that all matches. They have like wings or a back attachment, cloak type thing, a pet, a weapon effect, an aura effect, and an actual armor set, and it all goes together. They don't have to worry about it. On the other hand, however, Faithsworn is really interesting. It's really unique. It's not the type of armor that comes around all the time. Like Renegade is the type of armor that will be here this league, it will be here next league, it will be here the league after, even though this specific version of it won't. It was Eternal Damnation before, it was Doomguard before that, and there will probably be something else just like it later down the road. It's a very common armor type. It's a very common style to see. And I feel like Faithsworn is much more unique. Like we might not see another one like this for another year. So just, keep that in mind when thinking about your options. Or, just get them both. Who am I to say? Anyway, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. All hail the algorithm. May the algorithm be kind to us. I'll see you in the next one.